The head of the rescue headquarters and also the mayor of Yantai City, Mr. Chen Fei, head of the rescue team, Chen Junming, and also head of the medical rescue team. And also we have a team member from the engineering team, Mr. Qin Chengyong. First, I would like to give the floor to Mr. Chen Fei to give us an update. Friends from the media, welcome to the press conference. With relentless efforts, on January the 24th, from 11:13 a.m. to 3:80 p.m. on January the 24th, we have successfully lifted 11 trapped miners to service. And with joint efforts from yesterday to today, we have found 9 trapped miners. Unfortunately, all of them lost their lives. Altogether, the 10 deceased miners have been lifted. As of now, for all the 22 miners, 11 survived and 10 lost their lives, and we are still searching for the last trapped miner. And we feel very saddened for this incident. Here, on behalf of the rescue headquarters, on behalf of the Yantai municipal government, I would like to pay my highest tribute to all the deceased miners. I would like to extend my greetings to all the relatives of the deceased. Right now, in Section 6, we have basically completed the search above Section 6. We have huge accumulation of waters below the 6th section, but we will not give up on the last missing miner. We'll continue our work for the search and rescue. We will continue to search for the very last miner. We will continue our work. When necessary, we will brief you on the latest situation. In the past 14 days, we have conducted our work constantly. We have over tens of rescue teams. Altogether, we have over 600 rescue workers. They have seized every minute and second to do the rescue. We have conquered many difficulties and lived up to the challenges. We're doing what we can to save lives for the trapped miners. In particular, we are receiving strong support from the emergency management team, and also we have mobilized all the available resources to facilitate with the rescue. To all the rescue workers and all the journalists, I would like to pay my highest tribute and heartfelt appreciation to all of you. Right now, we have lifted 11 trapped workers, and these people have been sent to hospital for treatment. We will do what we can to show care to these miners. And we have dedicated medical service team to each one of the miner to making sure that we can save them, and also we are providing the psychological counseling to these people. And also for all of those deceased, we are comparing the DNA to making sure that we can identify these miners as soon as possible. Of course, we will find out the root causes for this incident, and also we will provide more explanation to the public and also to the relatives to the deceased. Safe production is our top priority. CPC Central Committee and State Council attach great importance to the safe production. The provincial government also provide a lot of guidance and instructions in this regard. And we should not have this tragedy this time. We have to learn the lessons from these incidents, and also we have to put people's life and safety as the top priority. We need to improve our awareness for safe production. We have to hold up to the bottom line for safe production, to clarify the responsibility for each links, and screen out risks in different procedures of the safe production, making sure that we check each one of the process and each one of the details. We need to remain vigilant, making sure that we attach great importance to the safe production. Especially, we have to do a good job in the supervision and inspection for the mining, making sure that we will not have this kind of tragedies and incidents again. Thank you. Now is the Q&A session. Before you raise the question, please identify yourself. Can you tell us more about the procedure of the rescue and tell us more about the progress of the rescue? I would like to invite Chen Yuming to answer your question. From the media. Now I would like to give you an update in regard to your questions. During the rescue team has abided by one principle, one instruction, and one requirement. As for the one guidance that is actually proposed by the General Secretary, that is, we have to put people's life and safety as our top priority. As for the one instruction, it is actually coming from the provincial government. That is, we need to do what we can and spare no efforts to save the trapped miners. As for the one requirement, it is actually proposed by the Deputy Governor of Shandong Province. So for the rescue work, we need to be fast and have to be steady. So safety is our bottom line. Meanwhile, for the rescue team, we are also abiding by one principle. We need to make an estimation of the challenges. We need to come up with more solutions. If we have only 1% of hope, we have to make 100% efforts. And last time, actually, I briefed you on our philosophy for the rescue. We have the 3+1 rescue plan. We have to monitor the life signals, and also we need to dig up the life-saving channels, and also we need to dig up the drainage channel. And as for one, that is, we have to continue efforts to detect the signal of lives. We have over 10 rescue teams working together with the fire services. Altogether, we have over 600 rescue members to participate in the rescue work. Also, we have invested over 400 equipments. So as of yesterday, we have opened up 12 drilling holes, and the total depth amounts to 4,100 meters. We have cleared 35 tons of obstacles. And yesterday, we have come up to the clearance to Section 4, and also we rescued one worker that has been trapped in Section 4. We continue our clearance work, and at around 1 p.m., we have reached Section 5. And yesterday afternoon, we have lifted 10 trapped miners to the service. Right now, in Section 6, except for Section 6, we have a very detailed search in other sections. We haven't found any other missing workers. In Section 6, as the depth of the water is very high, we are not able to go inside of the alleys, inside of the Section 6. So right now, we are still doing the drainage work to discharge all the waters, and later on, we will enter into Section 6 for another round of search. Next question, please. With Xinhua News Agency, as far as we know, is it possible, can we restart what happens on the day of the blast? We know there may be 2 times of blast, so what will these blasts have an impact to the rescue work? As far as we know, at around 1:15 p.m. on January the 10th, we hear a noise from the shaft, and we see a strong smoke from the shaft. 1.5 hours later, that is around like 2 p.m. on January the 10th, once again we hear another round of blast from the shaft. And we will say that is the second time when the blast occurred. For the second round of blast, it actually caused a huge damage to the shaft and also bringing in more obstacles inside of the shaft. It posed a lot of challenges for our clearance work. Right now, we have found 9 deceased trap miners. According to their locations, 5 of them lost their life at the depth for 420 meters. For the other 4 trap miners, they lost their lives at around like section 3. So meaning that when these trap miners, when they're trying to save their life, when they're climbing up to the surface, they ran into the second blast. So I would say the second blast will have a big damage to the shaft and also endangered their lives. With Dazhong Daily, my question is about the medical service. So what measures has been taken by the medical team to treat the miners that we found yesterday? And what is the situation for the miner who has been saved from Section 4? Will the National Health Commission send a delegation to treat the miners? I believe many of you have attached great importance to the physical situation of the trap miners. As far as we know, right now, for these 11 trap miners, they are sobered. They do not have a threat of their life, among which 5 of them in good condition, and they're very good in their physical as well as their mental condition. They don't need any medication for treatment. For the other 4 miners, they have some underlying disease, for example, the hypertension and also diabetes. And for these people, they have already received the medication. For the other 2 miners, they're in severe condition, but these symptoms will not threaten their life, including the miner trapped in Section 4. So right now, he is very sober, but he didn't eat anything in the past 2 weeks. So right now, he's very weak. So he suffered from the malnutrition, and from time to time, he will have fever. And also there may be some scratches for this miner. We have already taken what we can to treat this miner. And also some of them, they have some ischemia of the digestive tract. So we are trying to do some injections to treat this miner. And right now the situation is improved, and he is also stable for the blood pleasure. And for these 2 miners with critical situation, we will transfer these miners to better hospitals for further treatment. For the National Health Commission, they sent a delegation to facilitate with the treatment. And yesterday and today, they are working together with the provincial experts to come up with more treatment plans to these miners. So we have experts from CCM, the neurosurgery department, and Department of Nutrition, as well as Department of Psychology. So we will provide a personalized treatment to each one of those miners. And also we will monitor their sleeping conditions, and also we will analyze their psychological situation. When necessary, we will provide some counseling to these people. And right now, these people are very relaxed and they feel much better. All right, next question. With China News Service. So earlier, we all know that the experts said that we need at least like 15 days to clear all the obstacles in the shaft. And yesterday, we are able to cut through the shaft, and we're able to bring 11 trap miners to service. So can you tell us more about this issue? So again, I would like to invite Chen Yuming to answer your question. So I would like to explain this through a graph. If you look at this graph, you will have a better understanding of the situation. So when we are clearing the obstacles from 350 meters to 446 meters below the ground, that's what happened. So this is very essential for us to clear all the debris in the shaft, and we also run into a lot of challenges with the clearance, because back in that time we are not sure how many obstacles we need to clear, and also we have to understand the structure of the shaft. According to our analysis, so below 350 meters, it is estimated that we may have 70 tons of debris, because 50 meters below the blast site, the whole area were damaged. So this is where we have the blast. So it occurred at 246 meters below the ground. And below 246 meters, there's nothing there because all structures were damaged because of the blast. If we go down further, when we come into 350 meters, we are faced with many challenges. So we believe from 350 meters to 450 meters, in these areas, we may have a big amount of accumulation of debris. So this is the blast site, and it will have a big impact to the areas that below 246 meters. So we could see like 38 structures were damaged because of the blast. And also, according to our estimation, there may be some pipes falling inside of the shaft, including the ladders, the pipes. All of that are steel structures. They're very heavy, and it will also create a shock to the accumulation of the debris. So we have the shock created by the blast, and also we may also have some like pipes like falling inside of the shaft. When we come to 350 meters below the ground, we are not sure what exactly the amount of the debris. So when we are coming to the 350 meters, we found many stones and glasses, and that caused the congestion and blocked the shaft. So this is actually in section 2. So for each section, we have different ways to fix these sections. In the middle part, it is quite stable. But if we below 350 meters, we are not sure about the stabilizing situation. We are actually fixing the section with the cement. So in section 2, we have 2 large beams that may support the other debris. So we think 300 meter to 446 meter is the essential part for our clearance. So that is the analysis from the experts. Actually, during the clearance, we have those data available. When we are trying to clear the obstacles from 300 to 50 meters, so actually that echoes with what we think. Most of the structures were damaged because of the blast. From 370 meter to 380 meter, all of the structures were damaged. And if we continue to go down, we found some of the movement of the pipes and the structures, but it have not yet caused a huge damage to the shaft. When we have come to 385 meters below the ground, we found 2 gaps. And during the clearance, we hear the sound, feeling that some of the debris dropped from the shaft. Immediately, we have changed our strategy for the clearance.
在确保井下施工人员安全的情况下，把影响吊盘下放的大约20吨重的一些大块的障碍物啊，刚才我说的那些障碍物进行了就地固定，就不把它往上提了，这样呢减轻了很大的清理量，就清障速度出现了突飞猛进的进步。在清障过程中，在省委省政府和指挥部的正确领导和全力支持下，清障工作，特别是井下施工人员充分认识到打通井筒的极端重要性，心里想的就是救人、救人、救人。所以一会儿啊，这个李磊经理啊，他是在现场负责施工的，要给你们简单讲解一下，就克服了天气冷、粉尘大、水量多、施工强度大等困难，全力抢时间。这呢，为井筒的贯通啊奠定了基础。所以说，昨天有个领导啊在回答记者的时候说，井下的变化是很正常的一个现象。发现变化以后，及时采取变化的一个思路，这个主要的目的就是加快我们清理的进度。我就简单做介绍。
好，请继续提问。好，请那位记者提问。
你好，我是山东广播电台闪电新闻记者。可不可以请参与了井下救援的同志给我们详细的介绍一下竖井的清障以及救援的过程以及现场的感受？谢谢。
好，请李磊同志回答一下。
好的。 我们中美五间公司呢，在接到这个救援指挥部的抽调通知以后啊，中美集团公司领导要求五间公司立即行动起来，本着敢担当、勇担当央企责任，迅速组织队伍加入到事故救援中。中美五间公司呢，立即抽调
to participate in the rescue
骨
work.
干人员。
And actually, we have mobilized the party members, and we have formed a team with 65 rescue workers to participate in the rescue work.
全面负责井筒清障作业。
And this time, we are responsible for the clearance of the shafts. So we have worked constantly in 24 hours, and we have a leader for different groups to making sure that everyone is safe. So we accelerated our speed in the clearance of the shaft. For the debris, most of them are cables and pipes, and also some of the shattered glasses.
交错挤压在一起。
And all of those debris packed together, so we are faced with huge challenge of the clearance. We could not use machinery to do the clearance work. We use our hands to clear all of those debris.
加快清障速度，
In order to accelerate our speed for the clearance,
还有废石等杂物。
and we see some stones and also the shattered glasses. We use our hands to bring those debris into a bag,
创造条件。
and then to bring those bags out of the shaft.
在救援现场，我们的救援指挥部的正确领导。
On the rescue site, with the regulation and the instruction from the provincial government, we're using the most optimized plan
到负380米这一段，
to clear the
严重的井筒，
obstacles from 350 meters to 446 meters below the ground
主要以加固
and connect the cage with the bottom of the sixth section.
矿工创造条件，
So we are creating favorable conditions to save the miners.
将吊盘下放至4中段，发现第1名矿工。
And yesterday we started to lower the cage. We found the very first trap miner, and also continually we saved more trap workers yesterday. As for the feelings
事故的救援啊，也深深感受到。
with the rescue work, I can feel
我接受到这个任务以后，也感觉到这个使命很
I'm
高。
shoulder huge responsibility as a CPC member.
救援工作业难度最大的井筒清障作业，作为现场
We have mobilized party members to participate in the rescue work.
井下矿工兄弟的一句话：联系不到你，我们找不到。
And also, I still remember the note from the trap miner. He said, if they cannot contact us, that he will lose hope. He don't know where is the party is. So we have to put people's life and safety as the top priority. We have to do what we can to save the trap miners, making sure that the party flag can fly anywhere when there is a need.
二是救援的心情也比较急切。
Second, we are quite anxious for the rescue work.
我们深知此类
As we know, these people have been trapped underground for a really long time, so time is very essential for us.
尽快清理出井筒。在此次救援行
We are
动中，
quite anxious. We want to clear all the debris as soon as possible.
彰显了我们中美央企
So for our team, the rescue team, we have lived up to the mission,
生命通
and we are able to open up the life-saving channel to save the trap miners.
救援的过程实际上很艰难、很辛苦。
Third, it is quite tough for the rescue work.
实际上排班呢，我们是12小时轮班制。底下的
Actually, we stay there
12小时轮班制，实际
12 hours for a shift. But we do not have much time for rest. And basically, we have people stay on site 24 hours per day.
当时的行动确实
But after we find the very first trap miner, we are very excited about that.
到最后是11名矿工顺利升井以后，
And yesterday, we are able to lift 11 trap miners to the service.
这么多人的努力，
We could feel the care of our provincial government, and also we are gratitude for the support from the
教训是深刻。这也
party.
更坚定了我们
And this time, we understand this is a tragedy for us, but in the future, we have to put people's safety as the top priority.
强化安全工作。
Going forward, I have to emphasize safe production and making sure that all the miners are safe.
提问环节就到这里。
That is the end of the Q&A session. Dear journalist,
大家从全国各地
since the blast occurred,
深入采访。
you have raised to Qixia and bring coverage to the general public. You have given a very accurate coverage of this incident. I would like to say a big thank you to all of you. In the future, we will continue to bring you the latest situation. So that is the end of the press conference. Thank you.